wavy brim crochet hat from my friend. I'm using this really pretty multicolored yarn. I actually never used multicolored yarn before. I've been crocheting for 2 years. What the heck? It's so fun. I watched 2 videos and I'm making my own pattern based off of those. So we'll see how it goes. This is actually my second time making this hat. The color changing yarn goes from purple to pink, maroon, back to pink, back to purple. I wanted a blue stripe around this part of the bucket hat, so I redid it. I'm using Super Saver yarn and wait for, you know, if you want a tutorial. And it's done! Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And it's gonna look so pretty on her. I just know.
Whenever I make these food blankets, folks are always like, "Oh, show us the back. I bet the seams are showing. I bet it's messy." Here's the back. I teach how to do invisible seaming in the pattern, but I also have a YouTube tutorial on it too, so you can do it too.
So I crocheted this super cute rainbow bucket hat. We'll start by picking out our yarn. I'm using these 4 shades by Paintbox Yarns in their cotton DK variation. And then I'm using a 3.5mm hook here, but you can really use any crochet hook for this. To start, we're just going to chain 2, or you can make a magic ring if you prefer. And right into that second chain from our hook, we're going to make 3 double crochets. Then we'll just pull out that loop from the first color and slip stitch into that same space with our second color. And before making the 3 double crochets with this color, I'm just going to chain 2. I'm not going to count this as a stitch, but it is going to just help me to be able to make those double crochets. Then we'll repeat with the third color, so we'll chain 2 and then make 3 double crochets into that same space, and the same thing with the last color. To start on that next round, we're just going to switch to color 1, and then right into the stitches of color 2, we're going to make a double crochet increase in each of those 3 stitches. And this can get pretty messy pretty quick, so you're just going to want to remember the color order that you're working in and try to keep all of your yarn separate. And when you finish this round, repeating this with each color, you should have something like this. For the next round, we're still going to start with our color 1, only this time we're going to make a double crochet increase in every other stitch, and we're still going to work with color 1 only into color 2 into color 3, and so on. And this is what that'll look like at the end. Here's where the pattern starts. So now we're working a double crochet increase in every 3rd stitch from our hook. And it just keeps going. So you can really keep repeating this pattern of just adding an extra double crochet to space out those increases with each round. Just making sure to keep the orders of your colors straight until you're happy with the size of your spiral. I recommend using a hat sizing chart to make sure you're getting the right crown and height size. Make regular rows without increases until you're happy with the height. And then it's time to move on to the brim of the hat. To keep it a simple brim, all I did was I alternated between making a regular double crochet and a double crochet increase all the way around for 1 round. Then to finish it off, I just made 1 round of regular double crochets in each stitch around. And if you wanted a bigger brim, you could keep repeating this round until you were happy with the length. Thanks for watching. I'm also posting a written pattern for this hat on my website as well as my Love Crafts profile.
Why is my crochet curling? This is a super common question I get all the time. When we crochet a straight row, we want it to look like this. But unfortunately, sometimes it looks like this, a little rainbow. And as beautiful as this rainbow is, it's not ideal. So the reason why your crochet is either curling or curving into this shape is because of your tension. When you start your first row with really tight tension, it creates tension on all of the work. And then with the next rows, if you make these looser, you're actually compounding the problem. So to avoid curling your work, use a much looser tension on your foundation row or your chain. One top tip for this is using a bigger size crochet hook. Start that first row with a much bigger crochet hook than your pattern says that you need. I would say at least 1 or 2 sizes bigger than you actually need. And then once you're over the chaining and the first row, you can go back to your normal hook. And that way your work will look more like this and less like this. Follow for more crochet tips you didn't know you needed.
Going faster than fast, hit the gas, lose control, I won't crash, running high, put your money on the dash, know the die, lose control, I won't crash, running home, I won't crash, when you slow, I won't crash, running, take.
Learn how to make this really cute, really simple vine with me. This vine can be used to create all different kinds of things. I'm creating this vine to hang throughout my entertainment center, and I'm going to add some really cute basic little flowers throughout, which I'll also give a tutorial on as well. If you're first starting out your vine, you're just going to chain 4 and then leave 8 chains in between each of the leaves, 4 of which will be taken up by creating the actual leaf itself. But since I already have a decent chain going, I'm just going to start at my chain of 8. So first step is the 3rd chain from the hook. You're going to single crochet twice in the same stitch. So 1, 2. Also in the same stitch, you're going to do half double crochet, half double crochet. So half double crochet, double crochet, half double crochet. And still in the same stitch, you're going to do 2 additional single crochets. So same stitch, single crochet 1, single crochet 2. Then in the next stitch, we're gonna slip stitch. So just next stitch, slip stitch. And I'm keeping my work really tight because that's the look that I'm trying to achieve. All right, and then after that slip stitch, you're gonna chain 1 and turn. Now in the next full stitch, you're going to do a single crochet, and again another single crochet in the next stitch. Then in the next stitch, you're gonna do 2 half double crochets. So half double crochet, same stitch, half double crochet. All right, this part gets a little tricky. So in the next stitch, you're going to do a double crochet. So you have a double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. In the third chain from the hook, you're going to slip stitch, slip stitch. And then in the same stitch, you're going to do, excuse you, sorry about that. In the same stitch, you're going to do a double crochet. So not in the chain that we just slip stitched in, but in the same stitch that we started that double crochet, another double crochet. In the next stitch, we're going to do 2 half double crochets. So half double crochet, again same stitch, half double crochet. Then we do 2 single crochets in 2 different stitches. So single crochet, next stitch single crochet, and then we're going to finish off with 2 slip stitches in 2 separate stitches. So first, struggle bus is real. First stitch, slip stitch, second slip stitch. You see you have your cute little leaf. Then you chain 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and repeat the process all over again. I will be sure to put the written instructions in the comment section, and please feel free to follow for more of these tutorial videos. And also anything that you want to learn, feel free to drop a comment and I'll be more than happy to make a video showing you exactly how to do it. Thanks for watching.
Here's how I crochet into tight stitches like this. So instead of just poking my hook in and hoping it finds its way, I hold my index finger right next to the hook and use my nail to pick up the stitch. So I rest my hook right next to the stitch that I need to pick up, and then I use my nail to pinch the yarn against my hook, and that opens up a spot that I can push my hook into. Does anyone else do this?
Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. The basic wear that shit so I don't even bother. I put that on my partner, I put that on my family. Oakland City represent, address me as your majesty. Yeah, you can kiss the ring, but you can never touch the crown. I smoke a million Swisher blunts and I ain't never coming down. You ain't.
Let me show you 6 crochet top ideas that you can make this spring and summer with tutorials. So starting with the one that I'm wearing. Can you guess what this is from? This was a recreation of the top that Harry Styles was wearing in his music video. Watermelon sugar, hi! I love everything about this top. I love the color, love the style, super airy, super summery. So if you want to make it, I'll leave the screenshot of the tutorial here so you can search for it. And I'll do the same with all the tops so you can search for the tutorial later. So this one is the second one. This top is not only super stunning, but super easy to crochet. You make the top, the four sides of the top first, and then you just make the length as you want. You can even make it into a dress. Here's the tutorial. So here's number 3. I love this top so much, and it's so easy to make. You just make 4 willow squares and then you join them together. You make the details and the bottom, and that's it. And you have this beautiful top. Here's the tutorial. Next up, it's from my latest tutorial on YouTube. This stunning mesh top that you can make sleeved or sleeveless. This one is perfect for those chilly days when you need a layer. So this is how the sleeveless looks like on. So stunning, I love it. So here's a tutorial on how to make this one. So here's the following top you can do. This is a halter top with a beautiful lace back. Stunning. So for this one, you make the hexagons, you join them together, and then you're going to be working around the hexagons until you have the length you want, and then you just make the sides and add the strap. So here's the tutorial if you want to make this one. So here's the last one, so different and so stunning, and I made it using the alpine stitch. I love that stitch so much, but let me show you the back before we continue. Look at this back. So this one is the easiest out of all of the tops you saw today. So you're simply going to be making a square, and then you're going to be folding one of the corners to make the passing for the strap. And if you want, you can make a border to the bottom of the top. I made some bubbles, as you can see. And then lastly, you can make the strap and then just put it around here at the top, and then you can tie at the back as you wish. How easy is this one? If you want to make this one, here's the tutorial. So these are some crochet top ideas for you to make this spring and summer, and let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. I post a lot of crochet tutorials on my YouTube channel, so if you want to check it out, I'll have the link in my bio. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
Hey y'all, welcome back to my account. So Kelly wants to know how to count her rows in half double crochet. So it might be a little confusing because they kind of blend together, but I'm going to show you guys how to count your rows. So I'm just going to start off with working a few rows in double crochet, in half double crochet, and I'll come back and show you guys. Okay, so I did 4 rows of half double crochet, and we'll start off with this. So if you're facing it this way and you have an even number, the string is going to be on the right. You want to look at these little lines that form, if you see. So these lines form every 2 stitches. So we have the first row, then we have the second row, and the line is in the middle. So that's just how you count it. I don't really know how to describe it, but for me, like if I have a whole bunch of rows, I count by 2s and I just look at the line. I'll be like 2, 4. So that's kind of how you count it, and then I'll show you guys how to count it with an odd number. Okay, so I have an odd number of rows, and we have the string facing the right again, so you guys can see it the same way as when I had an even number. So the line is forming again, you see that, and then the line is starting to form on the odd number, but it's not complete. So let's say you have a total of 29 rows, but you don't know that yet until you count, and you count by 2s. You'll just look at the line and be like 2, 4, or let's say 26, 28, and then you just see that one row and automatically it's 29. So it just makes counting a little easier. So I hope this helped you, Kelly. I hope I explained it correctly. So yeah.
You count how many rounds you have on your crochet. When crocheting in a continuous round like you do with amigurumi, like a wooble, counting your rounds can be tricky since your stitches end up making a big old spiral. But if you look at the top of your piece, you should see this little circle, which is round 1. In this space here is the gap between rounds 1 and 2. Once you've found these, keep counting each round between each gap till the end of your piece. Looks like I've got 6 rounds.